Good afternoon, everyone. It's Monday, January 20th, 2025. And yeah, it's more than a little cold out here at Reading and Northern Railroad's Nesquehoning Campus in Nesquehoning, Pennsylvania. We had about, I'm guessing, 6 to 8 inches of snow last night. A little hard to tell because it's blowing and drifting. But you can see we're starting to unload some of the stuff that came with our new cars. And I'm here to wrap up our video series. This will be part 4, which, as you know, is really the 5th part. And finally, guys, we are going to walk through these cars. I'm going to show you what's inside. And sometime this week, this consist will be moving to the rail yard in Jim Thorpe. Alright, and we're going to start our tour on the baggage car, currently numbered 1951. We are renumbering it to 1257. And if you're familiar with our numbering, you'll know that the 1250s are our generator cars. And that's exactly what we plan to do with this baggage car. Now, I know I've seen in some of the comments already, some of you are not happy about that. And, I am sorry, but, we do need it. And right now we have our crew. There's a lot of stuff in this car. They are emptying out all that stuff and putting it in one of our buildings here in Nesquehoning. Rest assured, guys, that all this cool memorabilia and stuff, we are not disposing of this. And that's going to be true for this car as well as some of the other cars. We think this stuff's really cool and we are going to preserve it. But this car is going to be repurposed to generator car. We've got 2 of the big doors here. The other one's open. You'll see that when I get to it. Main thing to see in here is just a lot of really cool old posters. A lot of good memorabilia. I love the style of the ads from that era. We did get some costumes and such with it. You did see Zach photobomb on the ride wearing that. I thought that was pretty funny. And looks like we got a couple other costumes here. More memorabilia. 100 years of the railroad. That was from 1927, so that means we're coming up on 200 years in 2027. And we got Frank on board here. He's helping the guys. They've been pulling up with the trailer, and he's been helping them load the stuff. That's one of the 2 doors opened up. And not a whole lot more to show you. We do have some seats here. I'm not sure if we'll be able to repurpose that for some other cars, but stuff never goes to waste around here. We're always looking for spare stuff. Alright, let's go see what the other cars have to offer. Okay, we're now inside crew car number 1954, the Chicopee Falls. This is the only car that we have not yet selected a new number of our own, and that's only because we actually don't know what we want to do with it yet. We have a couple of ideas. I'll talk about that in another video when the time is right. But coming inside here, we do have a restroom in this car. Yeah, nothing too fancy. Never really is on board a train. It's looking out at Route 54, just outside our Nesquehoning campus. And then coming down the hallway, we have a couple of compartments. This is a generator. I'm not sure what kind of condition it's in, whether that's working, whether we're going to use it as such or not. But certainly good to have. Definitely some good storage in this car. And then we get more into the crew side of things here. Got another room here. It looks like it could be a combination storage room, workroom. I really like this, guys. It's got a workbench here. I had one viewer suggest that this could make a good tool car for the steam crew. Got some shelves here. I mean, it could be a tool car for anything, really. And then here we have what looks to be like a sleeper compartment. This reminds me of our car 1127, the Schuylkill River, formerly the Salisbury Beach. Very similar style, and I'm guessing a very similar era. Alright, and then coming into the main compartment here, this is like a mini dining car. Half diner, I guess you could say. We've got a small kitchen here. The refrigerator has been removed. Got a countertop. And then on this side we have rows of tables that seat 4 people each. And on this side, we have a bunch of comfortable lounge chairs. Seems like it would be a good place for the crew to relax and have break during a layover. Whether we use it for that, whether we let passengers ride in it, whether we do something else entirely, I have no idea. Well, we have no idea yet. You'll find out when I find out. Yeah, we got a 5-disc CD player. Wow, haven't seen one of them in ages. God, I'd love to have one of them again. I have a huge CD collection and nowhere to play it. And, I don't know, Russ, is this something we're going to fight over here? Maybe. I like the lights around the ceiling here. It's got that vintage look. Kind of an Art Deco style. I don't know if they actually work or not, but if they do, hopefully we keep them. And once again, we got all kind of stuff on the walls here. Got Coca-Cola, all sorts of ads from back in the day. Ooh, we got the Lehigh Valley Railroad Streamliner. I believe that's the one they called the Black Diamond. Beautiful train. Got some military type posters. And guys, once again, we're not getting rid of any of this stuff. Even if it doesn't stay in the car, we are not throwing any of this out. Please don't worry about that. Oh, another Lehigh Valley. Now guys, as somebody who lives in the Lehigh Valley, I really like seeing that. Alright, well that's all I can show you of this car for now. Let's move on to the next one. You can see we have some pretty substantial snow drifts. Yesterday we had our biggest snow of the season so far. Somewhere on the order of 6 to 8 inches depending where you're at. And let's go inside the dining car next. And now you're looking inside our new dining car. This one's going to be renumbered 1169. It's currently 1957. And thank you to a couple viewers who've helped with the pronunciation. Best I can tell, this one is called the Chilly Squawky Creek. We're getting closer, guys. And we've got a couple little compartments up front here. Not sure what the intention on this one is. Probably just a storage closet. And we do have a restroom in this car. Nothing too fancy, just what you typically find on rail cars. That's kind of stating the obvious, but there might be people who need to hear that. Alright, so walking into this car, here's my favorite thing about it. And unfortunately, you're not going to see this when you ride in it. Hopefully the glare is allowing this to show. On pretty much every available wall space, there's paintings of Pennsylvania Railroad equipment. You guys know I love GG1s. I probably haven't mentioned that in a while, so my new viewers may not know. Now, they probably will not be on the walls when we use this car, but we are going to save these pictures. I'm not sure ultimately what our plans are for them, but rest assured they are not getting disposed of. Another GG1. Never get tired of GG1s. This is very, very fortunate to see the last of them run as a kid. And they are really impressive. I wish every rail fan had a chance to see the GG1s run. It's a real treat. I'll tell you what, instead of doing the back and forth thing, let's just walk down one side of the car and then come back up the other side. It's interesting, some sort of loading dock. You can see how small the locomotive is by comparison. And we've got a nice counter at this end with some storage. We're Pennsylvania Railroad. This end of the car is a little bit more open. And you can see this is a little bit different. All of our dining cars before this one had 2 rows of 2 on each side. This one's a little more open, which I like. You got these tables seat 4, and these ones here just seat 2. And they're hinged. So it looks like they can flip up and out of the way if you wanted to temporarily configure the car for something else. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to be doing with this car yet, but we have been making good use of dining cars recently in terms of serving snacks and beverages on board our trains. Oh man, this brings back memories. My dad had this when I was a kid. And we got horseshoe curve. Yeah, it's very nicely done. It's a very nice dining car. It's nice, bright, open, colorful. Again, I'm not sure if we're going to be redoing anything or if we're going to keep it, but this is what we have to work with. And now I've come to car 11776. This is the one that's labeled on the outside as a parlor car, and you can see looking into it, it's more or less like a standard coach. I'm pretty fond of this two-tone blue on the seats. I think it looks really cool. This car was originally the Great Northern Parlor car number 350. And we got a little bit of a problem here, guys. I have the key, but I can't get that lock to budge. So we're just going to look through the window. I think you get the idea of this car. It does have a restroom at this end. And the 3 cars behind it are the Delaware, Lackawanna, and Western coaches. They are numbered 1955, which will become our number 310, number 1961, which will become our number 311, and lastly, car number 1962, which will become our number 312. That's the car that I've been riding in on the other 4 parts of this video. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to walk through those cars today. However, I'll overlay the video of when I was looking at the inside of 312 on our trip from Mount Carmel to Nesquehoning. The other 2 cars are pretty much the same thing, except they have the higher ceilings like our 300 series cars. And car number 311 has dark blue seats instead of tan. And as an epilogue to this series, I'm here at the Nesquehoning Regional Railroad Station on the morning of Friday, January 24th, and our diesel number 2014 is here to pick these new cars up to bring them to the Jim Thorpe Rail Yard. Alright guys, that wraps up this series. That's our new rail cars heading to Jim Thorpe to begin their new life. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you down the tracks.